Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I am Madhavi, the team leader of backend team in our project NutriHelp, which is a part of Gopher Industries. In this video, I will be introducing Swagger UI to the ones who do not know about it and will help the others revise it because it is a vital part of our API's backend. Another topic that we are going to cover in this video are the basics of Git. As we are working in a team project, so changes will be implemented by all and they need to be pushed from the local machine onto GitHub so that everyone has access to them. Therefore, it is highly important for us to learn how to work with it so that none of the project implementations are lost. So let's dive right in. If you are new to Swagger, don't worry. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand what Swagger UI is, how it helps us in testing the APIs, how it's already implemented in our project, and how we can make API requests using it. At the end, we will also discuss the basics of Git in short. Swagger is an open source tool that provides a visual and interactive way to explore the APIs. I hope all of you must be familiar with Postman, which is a tool in which we need to manually write the API requests. So basically, instead of doing that, in such tools like Postman or the terminal, Swagger allows us to send the requests, check responses, and understand the API behavior directly from a web based interface. Think of it as a live API documentation tool that not only tells you what an API does, but also allows you to test it instantly. Now let's go over some key benefits on why Swagger is preferred for major projects. Its first benefit is that it provides an easy to use documentation. Unlike the traditional API documentations which are static, Swagger UI is dynamic, using which we can expand the API endpoints, enter the values that we need to test, and send the requests right from the browser without switching between the tools. Secondly, it helps both the developers as well as non-developers to understand and test the APIs without writing any extra scripts. Normally, the testing APIs required writing scripts in code in Python, JavaScript, or using tools like Postman. But with Swagger, we can just do this without coding, making it easier for the developers, testers, as well as even the project managers to work with the APIs. Finally, it supports the REST APIs and is based on Open API specifications. Swagger follows a standard called the Open API specifications, which ensures consistency across different APIs. Since many modern web services follow the standard, so it becomes easier to explore and integrate the APIs from different sources. Now, talking about our project, the UI has already been implemented. This means that we don't have to set it up manually. We can just simply launch the project after cloning it from the repository, explore the API endpoints, and test the requests right from our browser. I will just show you how the basic steps about how to get started with it can be done and where it has been added in the code of the project. So I'll just begin with showing all of the steps that we need to follow. I hope everyone has the link to the repository that's shared in the group, and we just need to go and copy this URL, and then you can just open a new git bash and locate to any of the directory to which you need to clone your project. These instructions are also shared in the README file of the project. You can just copy this directly from here and run it in your git bash after you have located to the directory in which you need to clone it. I'll show how you can do that. Just go inside the directory and paste this command that you have copied. This includes the link that you need, link of the repository, and it will start cloning. After it is done, you just need to go inside the NutriHelp API, which will the folder will automatically be created over here, and you just need to go inside this folder. This will show that you are now inside the master branch. After that, you can again follow the instructions that are given. Just copy this command and run it in the terminal. This will take a bit of time, but it will be done. Now, after you're done with this, before you start and launch the project, you need to add the env file, which has been shared again in the Teams chat. So you can just open it with any IDE, like I'm using VS Code. We've just cloned it here, and you can just add a new file and put in the code here. After you save this, you are done with it, and you can simply go to the bash again and run the command npm start. It will automatically open, and here you can see all of the endpoints that have been already added by the previous trimester's seniors, and they have used Swagger over here. In order to test it, you can just open any of the endpoints and try it out. Just execute it, and you will see the output. As this endpoint is to retrieve all the appointment data. So with the code 200, you can see that all the appointments data has been retrieved in the response body. Similarly, all of the others endpoint work. And to test any kind of values, you can just go to the post endpoints, and accordingly you can test any of the endpoints. Now in the code, I'll quickly show you where this code has been added. As you can see, there is an index.yaml file. You can open it, and this is the file in which all of the code of Swagger has been added. You can just see that for appointments, and this is the server on which the API is running. It's shown here, and all of the endpoints have been configured in this file itself. That's all for Swagger. Now we'll quickly move on to the basics of Git. So Git is a version control system that helps in tracking changes in the code and collaborating with others. Its basics include the commands that have been shown here. They start from cloning of the repository, which I already showed you in the Git bash. The second one is for creating a new branch. It is always suggested to work in a new branch rather than working directly on the main or the master branch, so that the original code base is not lost. So you can use the second shown command to create a new branch and then work on it. Further, the pull command is used to pull the latest code before making changes to avoid any kind of conflicts between the codes that have been pushed. And the next ones are the add and commit commands. The git add command is used to stage all the changes in the current repository so that they are successfully included in the next commit. And the commit command is used to commit the changes that have been already made. Always write a clear commit message explaining what you have done in the commit that you are publishing, in short. Finally, we have the push command, which helps in pushing the changes in the branch that have been made, thus making them available for the team to review. Remember that the key to avoiding issues is to pull often, commit frequently, and most importantly, use branches. This makes the development process even smoother. So that's all for the video. Hope it proves to be helpful for everyone. Thank you.